The leak list for 2026 went ahead and kind of got released a couple days ago, and I kind of wanted to go over something I've found on it. Anything that is discussed in this video is not confirmed by GAIJIN. We might get confirmations when we get a roadmap, if we get a roadmap to kick off 2026. So anything said here, like I said, it's not confirmed. So on this leak list, they had the research tree, like the actual, research way of researching and the looks of it, could get a rework. And what this would kind of be, at least in my opinion and what I'm thinking here, is GAIJIN wants to kind of rework how you grind, not how you effectively grind, but kind of how your research would be spent. Like right now, it's pretty straightforward. You put research into a vehicle, unlock the vehicle, and then can buy and then play it. And then there's vehicles that are obviously foldered and they are worth less. So I think GAIJIN would, a rework would look something like maybe reworking how the lines are. We have things, especially like the American lines, that are just a little bit weird sometimes. You go from like the A4 Harrier and A10 in the strike line, but you are also going to eventually get the F-35 in that line, possibly a Marine F-35, or even the EA-18 Growler. So it's very weird, and it could benefit from a rework, and then also possibly just go ahead and folder even more vehicles. This would let players research through the tech tree more efficiently and quicker, which I don't think anyone's going to complain about, and they should also go ahead and let players get more research points with, RP is stupidly low for things like helicopters, things like naval, things like even ground RB. The only exception to this, in my opinion, is air RB. Yes, this is the most played game mode in Warzone, at least as far as I'm concerned it is. So I guess that does make sense, but obviously a rework that would bring everything to kind of the same, where, it doesn't make sense that I can pretty easily and comfortably make 30,000 research points every single game in air RB, but then in ground RB barely scratch 15. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me personally. So I do think some reworks would not be the worst thing out there, especially, we have so many separate tech trees that are leaked to come out and that they said that are coming out from GAIJIN themselves. Things like North and South Korea as a separate thing, things like Greek, more Turkish vehicles. There's so many things out there. So a rework would not be the end of the world. One thing that comes to mind right away is a rework of the Japanese air tree. Japan recently, if you look at their tech tree, they have their bombers, their actual bomber aircraft end at like rank 4, and then there's a gap all the way to rank 8 where you suddenly have Malaysian MiG-29s, F-18s, and Su-30. So it's very weird in some of these nations, and I do think a rework would be very beneficial. Now, I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this, and again, like I said, obviously nothing is final. Everything here is leaked, and it could change if we get a roadmap. They could very much, release, hey, this is what we're looking to do in 2026, and one of those is going to be reworking how the, tech trees are and the research trees, and that, wouldn't necessarily surprise me. I just thought it was kind of weird, not weird, but kind of something I wanted to kind of just talk about and get where everyone was at. I know, personally, I'm all for it. I love to see the game constantly being updated. I think improving player health by making it easier to grind, making it more efficient, making it make more sense. No one should really ever complain about that. And it really just kind of depends on what they end up deciding to do. Obviously, they could end up deciding to go in a different route. And again, the leak does say it's a possibility and not confirmed or anything. So yeah, just keeping that in mind. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you guys are not already subscribed, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. We're going to get 10,000 subscribers this year. I would love to do it in, a super quick time frame. That'd be amazing. But if you guys enjoyed it, yeah, make sure to like button, subscribe, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next video.